Hello there, Taurus. This is a weekly reading for December 7th through the 13th. This will be an intuitive reading, so if it resonates with you, awesome. If it doesn't, know that this message will be intended for another person. I'm going to be using the Spirit Science Patch Tarot for this reading, and this deck focuses on emotional and spiritual development. I also post weekly, monthly, mid-month spirit check-ins, and weekly pick-a-pile videos. So if you're interested in those, go ahead and check them out. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, let's get into it. Alright, Taurus. Universe, what does Taurus need to know for December 7th through the 13th? Top of the deck with clarification if necessary. What does Taurus need to know, Universe? What does Taurus need to know, Universe? Ooh, this is going to be a juicy read. What have you got going on, Taurus? We have the Lovers, marriage. We got the All, embrace. We have the Ace of Wands, inspiration. We have the Princess of Swords, creative. We have the Devil, desire. The Ace of Swords, realization. My goodness, what information are you getting this week? It's awful saucy. We have the Queen of Cups, reflective. The Three of Swords, suffering. The Seven of Wands, courage. And finally, the overall energy is the King of Cups, responsive. So I can tell you right now, whatever message you were waiting on, you're going to start getting that word. I'm feeling that it's going to open a lot of doors of action for you. You're hoping it'll open up a lot of doors of action. You're working like creative and going ahead and setting it up for when this happens. In the past, this is definitely financial and family partner related here. Definitely for Taurus. All right. Let's go card by card. This is the general atmosphere of the question. It is the Lovers, marriage, partnerships, agreements, oaths, bonding. It's being crossed by the All, embrace. So there is something that you've been fighting, whether it's fighting your own negative emotions. If you don't release your negative emotions, feel them and let them go, they're going to build up within you, and stress and anxiety comes from that. So this is telling you to take a breath. Things are on the move, okay? Embrace your situation, because happiness cannot be found anywhere else except for where you are right now, okay? You need to find that happiness, embrace this, because what's coming, wow. Whatever information you've been waiting for, whatever word you're going to be getting this word is what I'm feeling here. Email, contract, bank deposits, possible setting up. I'm feeling like the family trip, setting up like hotel, things like that. Definitely a lot of planning here, and coming up with all those creative ideas. This is your higher self. This is what's coming intuitively to you, is the Ace of Wands, inspiration. So you're getting all these beautiful ideas on what you want to do with it, Subconsciously underneath, you've got the Princess of Swords, creative. So you have really been taking what you want to manifest deep within yourself and seeing that it can be brought down to earth and into creation. Just know that material objects don't always symbolize love, because we've learned that here in the past, that it's person, not, thing. Here with the Devil and desire in your past, you have seen, the balance between all that shimmers is not, hold on. There's like 40 different messages coming through on this one. I hear keeping up with the Joneses. You know, you don't have to play a part. You don't have to have all these bright, shiny things to be worth of value. This is something that you've learned, that your value does not lie in all the physical possessions. That through this time of leniency or lean times, you've learned that there are some things that you were wasting your money on that you didn't really need and that were just distractions, you know, distracting you from what's really deep in the core here and this connection to each other. So coming up for you, we have the Ace of Swords, the realization. So this inspiration's coming to you. The realization will happen with this responsive king bringing these messages. So we'll do a little clarification on that. Coming up in your inner world, here is the Queen of Cups, reflective. You see yourself in everyone. You know, everyone is just a reflection of who we are. I've been hearing a lot of that saying today and yesterday, and it's just been ground into my psyche by universe that we are products of our environment. And this is just really seeing what is uniquely you, what is learned behavior. This is really understanding who you are and what has been important to you, what is important to you, which goes with this coming over from the matrix thing into solid relationships, focusing more on the nurturing of what you truly want yourself to be reflected as, you know. This is your outer world, the suffering card here, the Three of Swords. This represents the dark, chaotic waters of the mind that we tend to not acknowledge, that continue to hurt in the background. So your outside world is going to be people going through their own personal development, people around you that you want to help, but you can't really help because this is something that they have to go through, something that they have to heal from, you know. Whether for a few people out there, I'm getting that you're just ready to move away from these people, that you're ready to step away and just let them be, kind of like a sink or swim, because if you carry them above the water for so long, they're never going to go down to the depths. You know, you got to let them sink a little bit for them to come back up. That's what I'm getting there. Other people, it's just loved ones that are going through a hard time, reflecting of hard times that you went through, so you emphasize a lot, but you're also taking in that energy when you put yourself in their mental and emotional space. You take that energy upon yourself, and this is something that you need to monitor. It's okay to understand and to give care and love and consideration. It's not okay when you take their emotional state and place it upon your own, you know. And with that, here is that courage, the Seven of Wands, the movement, the change, the courage to rise above. This usually represents people are like, oh, I don't think so, and all these naysayers, and you're like, no, 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 that's not what's going to happen. You'll see, I'm going to make something magnificent. I'm going to do this. And, whether you support me or not, I've been moving through this. You know, this is what you're focusing on. You're taking that courage to take those steps and to make those choices here. If it has to go with planning of where the finances go and family trips and all this stuff, awesome. You know, stand by what you believe is right. If your intention is true and based in love, then it's absolutely right. It is not a wrong decision. You cannot have one if universe gave it to you to have. And overall, it's the King of Cups. So basically what you're doing here is just gearing up. You're gearing up. You get the inspiration. You're making the plans. You have the realizations that you can move forward. And with this moving forward, you start analyzing. You start analyzing the inner on what has been hurting you and analyzing the outer on the courage it needs to give you that chin up of what you need to be moving towards. And you're just waiting on this response. You may not get it this week, but I'm feeling next week, but of course time is relative, so whenever you hear this reading, know that it's going to be not that far away, within the week. Okay? That's what I have for you, Taurus. This was a very beautiful read. You got some income and knowing where to spend it. You got some emotional realizations and knowing how to move from it. I'm very proud of you, Taurus. I'm looking forward to what next week has for you. Okay, Taurus, that's what I have. Bye.